Yeah, the Ranger panties are on for Smoking Joe Pie Shock. I don't think he thought I had the intestinal fortitude to dig them out and wear them, but I freaking love them and I still wear them. So Jericho Denman's not the only cool Ranger on the block. Anyway, for set 2, let's discuss a challenge that should be addressed in the out processing of the Army and their wonderful systems they have in place that are all mandatory for everybody that's getting out, regardless of whether they have 23 years or 4 years, but they don't teach it. So they help you with your resume, which is fine and dandy ish, but and they take you to job fairs where they tell you about them and kind of tell you what some of the things you have to do. But here's the reality, man. It's all smoke and mirrors to satiate something that is being forced upon the Army to make sure soldiers are taken care of. So they're not doing it right, is what I'm telling you. Your resume will be okay-ish. You need to get another set of eyes on your resume. Point blank, that's step number 1. Number 2, and this is most important, you need to spam every job, even the ones you think you're not qualified for, because everything's waiverable. Let me tell you, first-hand experience in hiring people, both while I was in the Army as, hiring contractors, and then now that I'm out, everything is waiverable. Mass drop your resume. If you haven't submitted, if you are without a job, or you are 6 months out of the Army, or 6 months till you're out, and you haven't submitted your resume to 150 different jobs, then you're missing the mark. And that's going to add to your financial woes when you leave the Army. You may have employment lined up, and that's great. But I've had plenty of guys that have had employment lined up that it completely fell through on them. And I don't like seeing that. It's very hard for people to bounce back from that. And I'll tell you straight up, you have to get yourself out there. You have to get yourself out there. And the only way you're going to do it is you got to get a second set of eyes on your resume, maybe a third, maybe a fourth. Get as many sets of eyes on your resume as possible, preferably people that have been out in the workforce for a little while. And you got a mass drop. I don't care if you think you're a spammer or somebody ends up saying your email address is a spam email address. So what? At the end of the day, it's about your job, it's about your life and securing a job and securing employment so that you can continue to have the quality of life that you deserve after having served this country.